part of the Standard Bank JFJs for 17 years. MNS is 17 years old this year, 2019, and we've been part of the Standard Bank JFJs throughout. We are the legal sponsors of the Standard Bank JFJs, and we always look forward to this week and try and assist as much as we can. But the work would generally have started long before this week.
As you can imagine, the festival of this magnitude will require a lot of legal matters to be dealt with, from drafting of contracts to ongoing legal advisory work on various issues pertaining to the judges. In particular, as an example, Standard Bank some few years ago moved to Sandton. We had to conclude an agreement with the Sandton Convention Center to ensure that the type of venue that Standard Bank was accustomed to,
Standard Bank JFJs,
Standard Bank JFJs and teams in particular, that it was accustomed to in Newtown, still fits within the Sandton Convention Center. As well, the main agreement being the sponsorship agreement between Standard Bank and Team Zigman being the promoter of the JFJs Festival.
Even after the Standard Bank JFJs Festival, there's litigation arising from the non-performance with the parties that have been contracted. Or in some instances, the people that have been contracted, something goes wrong and they will also want to sue Team Zigman. So we are also dealing with litigation around those things and make sure that at all times Team Zigman is protected.
We have what they call IMC meetings. We attend bi-weekly. Essentially sponsorship meetings where the different sponsors get around and you discuss what's been allocated to you as a sponsor, the type of events leading up to the festival. And MNS is very brand conscious. So essentially our participation is about ensuring that the brand is properly represented and everything that needs to be done at a certain time is actually done by whenever it needs to be done. So yeah.
Why the importance of how you craft these agreements? That the parties upfront must agree what rights still remain with the artist. I mean, this good example Mr. is speaking about, to say, as Team Zigman, do we have a right to record the festival and commercially exploit that recording? So it's very important earlier on, you need to agree with the artist that these are the rights that you are granting to the producers. Should there be a willingness on our side to exploit commercially these recordings, you grant us that right. Obviously, in the event that the artist doesn't agree, then we'll have to enter into a different arrangement. But those things, that's why it's very important. You must, on the agreement itself, craft the rights and responsibility of each of the parties.
You have clients telling you, look, we're looking forward to September and it's only January. But essentially, the planning starts quite early on. Because you remember one of the kickoff meetings that we had was when the lineup was announced. So it's not something that you decide a month before. It's a lead up, it's a build up, and I think a project of this magnitude actually takes a lot.
Two or three things normally happen at the Standard Bank JFJs. It's the enjoyment of food and drinks, right? And then from there there's music. But now and then, a client will throw in something relating to work, right? Not all of them, but generally one or two things will be discussed. No, not extensively as well, but the client will say, you know what, on this issue that you're handling for me, I think this is the approach. Then you agree that, okay, next week when we meet, we'll meet next week and we'll take it further. And there's been further engagements arising from discussions that we held at the Standard Bank JFJs event.
And as you can imagine, the work-related aspect of it also comes in the following fashion. It helps us as a feedback session. Because as you can imagine, we've got a number of clients that ordinarily we don't, as individuals, service. So then at least if they're invited, then one is able to get a feedback, be it positive or negative, as to whether the firm, a product associate, is able to provide or is the client quite happy with that service. So it helps us to gauge and get a feedback on how the clients perceive us. And so far it has been quite a positive feedback since us inviting them to the jazz sessions?
I think we've invited almost all of our clients, and I think what we also need to stress is that it's not only existing clients, we also want to build new relationships. So where we think we can build relationships, we've also invited those people as well, because we see potential clients, potential engagements in the future. So it's almost everybody who's included.
It's Vinci Marsalis with his Lincoln Center band, sharing the stage with Marcus White, and Spongile Khumalo will also be there. So there are two orchestras that will be playing on the opening night. It's the South African Orchestra led by Marcus White, and the USA Orchestra led by Vinci Marsalis, the Lincoln Center Orchestra. Then from Friday and Saturday, we have many other both international and local artists that will perform. Ken Poplowski, Nomfundo Kaluva, Spongile Khumalo will be there, international artist Coletta Adams.
I'm particularly looking forward to seeing Nduduzo Makhathini,
Yeah.
who has slowly but surely pioneered through and made his mark in the
Yeah.
jazz era of music. Particularly more so because him being a young artist who's come up through the ranks and made a name for himself. So that's one of the performances that I'm looking forward to seeing.